Wow.
And the one game I missed, our coach left him. That's the one game I missed. And I hurt my arm that game. That's the only game I missed. So shout out to Gabe. But so that whole, if I would have signed anyway, I would have got that physical, and I would have. They would have snatched it off the table. So it was God, and then it was at FIU where I met a mentor of mine named Franco Gennaro, and he really showed me what a real relationship with God looked like. Mm-hmm. And so at that point, I had always said, like, baseball is life. Baseball is life. And it was like God had to show me that, like, no, I'm life. Like, you got it wrong. But I got to take you through, like, this journey to show you. And so down there is when I got baptized that fall.
Oh, wow.
And my relationship really, like, grew. And I found out what it was. Like, I ended up leading an on-campus ministry.
Really?
There. Yeah. And so I met my wife there.
Oh, wow.
I got 3 beautiful boys. And so it was really, like, he took me down that path to, one, get him closer to him, but just, like, to show me, like, what was important.
Yeah. That's wow. That's an amazing story. Was that kind of the moment? So you got baptized down in the fall. Was there a moment where you made a decision to kind of, like, because you grew up in church?
Yeah.
So, like, but was there a moment that you could think back of where you say, like, man, this is where I really committed my life to following Christ, fully all in.
Yeah.
What was that like, and what was that moment?
Yeah, so it was literally that fall. Like, Franco's Italian and Cuban.
Oh, wow.
And the way we met him, it was so weird. I thought he was an agent because he would have, like, jet black slick back hair. He always wore, like, a dress shirt or a polo, shirt tucked in, jeans on, and he would just, like, kind of hover around. This is in college. He would just, like, hover around the cage. So I'm like, that got to be an agent. Yeah. Like, we had some draft guys on that year. And I'm like, for sure that's an agent. So I'm actually trying to, like, make sure I perform and stuff. And he comes and talked to the team, and he labeled himself as a life coach. Obviously not to kind of step on any toes and kind of keep it, even keel with coaches and everything. He just said, like, he's a life coach, life skills and all of that. So he was saying, like, we're going to have a meeting after this practice. If you're interested, it's going to be at this place. So I'm like, okay, that sounds different. So let me go. It was maybe like 10 of us that went. Like 6 of them was like, yeah, nah, it's not for me. Like, once we actually found out what it was, and that's when he let us know, like, I'm a life coach, but basically, like, this is to get you closer to God. And so me being, Miami is whatever you want it to be.
Right.
Like, it's like, if you're trying to do crazy stuff and go down that road, it's there. But for me, like, it was still embedded in me, even though I didn't know what a real relationship was. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely need this. Yeah. So I kept coming to the meetings, and the more we came, the more real it got, where it was like, he didn't sugarcoat nothing. He was like, living in sin. This is what the word says. This is what you're doing. These ain't lining up. You take one or the other. And it was just like laying it out on the table for me. It was the first time, I would say, someone really held me accountable to the point to where I was convicted. And it was like, at that point, you make a decision. Like, do I follow my own way, or do I follow what the word says? And for me, I picked the word.
Yeah.
And it was the best decision of my life.
Wow. You still close with him?
Yeah, we still talk. So I invited him to my wedding and stuff. I actually saw him, it was about a year and a half ago at one of my best friends. Cool story, he just made the Yankees roster, JC.
Oh,
JC
really?
Scar. Yeah, so he actually officiated his wedding too. He was one of the guys that kind of stayed. So I saw him at that wedding, but he's still down in Florida. So I don't see him a whole lot, but, like, we'll still see each other at certain things and stuff like that. So
that's cool. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.